Well, one of those mornings. I recorded one but didn't record. There must be a problem with the SD card. It's the second time it hasn't recorded. It might be dirty, but I've been checking that. But anyway, I've still got the picture, so I'll do a watercolour for you if I can, after the oil painting that's failed. Anybody out there that up to speed with what's going on with YouTube? And there are all sorts of permutations about what might or might not happen. Like channels such as mine might be taken down because there's insufficient revenue coming in for YouTube. We have to mark our videos, whether they're for kids, for adults or for over 18s. Well, I've marked mine as made for adults. But children, I know children watch what I do because I've got a lot of friends with kids, and they like to say that they watch me on YouTube. So I don't know what's happening there, and YouTube are not really taking responsibility for the content that we produce if it transgresses US law. Now, could have far-reaching consequences here, because a lot of us link or use YouTube for the Earl, like the link to our Patreon channels and Etsy and that sort of thing. So it could adversely affect our financial interests, but we just don't know. But it's a bit of a worry. I've got over 2,500 videos on YouTube. They're all made for adults, but there's nothing bad about them. Anybody can watch them. There's nothing offensive. But it's that YouTube have been allowing advertisers to target kids with particular adverts, and they've been fined $170 million as a result. Now, it's a rainy day today, but I think we'll carry on with the snow scene. I know lots of people in the US and Scotland over here, they're getting a bit of snow now. We live sort of South England, in the south of London, and we don't get a lot of snow down here. But sometimes we get a bit, and everything comes to a grinding halt. Because we don't plan for it, we don't get enough of it to warrant the expense of sorting out the fact that nobody can get to work. Right, let's put a bit of light red and ultramarine for my sky. Don't really want any blue in the sky really. So let's get in the snow area. Bit of a darker overtone up in the top here. Yeah, how about that? I've got a light, LED light shining on my board to take away the shadows. I've got it to my right. I hope it's okay. Right, I'll give that a head, right? So, no complaints. Mutual sound now. Right, I've put a hint of the sky colour in the foreground where the snow's going to be, so that the colour of it, although it's very faint, it will hopefully reflect the colour of the sky, or take on the colour of the sky, because I put this nice warm raw sienna behind the clouds. That's okay. That's a bit damp at the top, but we're not going to go there anymore. So let's put a bit of horizon in, sky colour, but very weak. Just a bit of bit of snow shadow. Okay, we'll give that another dry, and I'll go in and put some trees on the horizon. Sorry, I should have told you, but I was going to use that. Right, sky colour, just a little bit darker, but the red and the blue. A good colour is to add a bit of Payne's grey to the blue. That gives a cooler colour, and it's good in the distance. So let's start. Water, a little bit ruddy. I did a nice one for you this morning with the oil paints. I'm really enjoying them, but I've got to find some other motifs to paint. I can't keep painting the same variations on a theme, but there's a limit to what I can do with it at the moment, because it's all new, and the style, using a lot of oil, doesn't really suit me putting in buildings. It's a bit over here, just going into the distance. It's a very absorbent paper, this rough, the Saunders Waterford rough. It's a beautiful paper. But we're getting used to it. I might have better bit of sable doing all this. Yeah, it's a £90 Waterford, Saunders Waterford rough, and it is rough. Go off the page with him. The other thing with this little one is that it's quite chisel edged, and you're not always sure what the other end of the brush is doing. Maybe we can just put a little bit. They're coming down there, so maybe they're nearer than them. So let's get a bit bigger in them. a bit better. Now with too much water on the brush, so it's tending to flood a little bit. Okay, we can put some filigree in there. Okay. Now, pine trees are quite easy to do, but I'm not going to mix them at the moment. Well, let's put a bit of detail in the foreground, the shadow. A little bit of a undulation down there. I'm going to put some footprints in there. Okay, I'll dry that off, so mute your sound. Right, I'm going to use a sable. Use a small sable to put a little bit of detail in, because you do get a bit of evergreen. So let's get some cad yellow, dirty cad yellow, a bit of paint. Get nice and thick. Bit of sienna. Ooh, I can't get any water in this. It's not behaving itself. What a bit of contrast. Again here. Not sure if I'm doing this right. Try a bit of blue and sienna. So I'll cover them up a bit. Just using a bit of burnt sienna and ultramarine. Nice colour. A very good dark blue with that sienna. There's some here. Oh, some of that up in the bushes there. Not too bad. I think I got carried away with these background colours. I made them more blue. Just catching the edge of the brush without letting go too much water on there. By the time we put some shadows on, we have the light coming from right to left, I think. That way we can put in some bit of shadow. Okay. Just get a bit warmer. Right, do a bit of burnt sienna. Just walking along there. Bit of a shadowy colour. Let's have a blue one up there. Okay, so they've gone all the way down here. Not very good for prints, but we can let's put a bit more detail in either side of that disguise on those. Alright, I could put a bit of a tree in the foreground. A bit burnt umber. All fingers are cramping now. There's something growing up here. Right, bit of filigree in here. Right, I'm just going to dry that bit there so I can just put some of this fine stuff in. And I think we'll call that a day. Right now, okay, right, put a bird in and sign it. Right, put them out and we'll have a look at it. Put that on there. So we're using this mount. Another snow scene. Down the other side. Ah! It's coming, looks. Right, let's lift you up a bit. More or less, just a little bit. Right, God, thumb's cramped. Oh, what, there we are. One snow scene, or another snow scene. I like the figures, I'm quite happy about them. Oh, you've got to weigh your figures up. We all know how big a figure is, between 5, 6, above, around about that time, average, a bit taller. But how big would they be if they were adjacent to that tree? So they're a little bit beyond, so that would have been a bit bigger, probably about there. So by the time they walked to the end of this path here, they would be much smaller I don't remember what I was going to say then. In proportion to those trees there. So you have to be careful about that. But they stand out, and not too much, I hope. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll get this uploaded for you, and see you soon. Bye bye.